the cuff. His speech title is the stock market scared enough to make a low?
John, I remember your speech about your trip to Hell, Michigan, right, when you got bored last time. Are you guys scared about the Ebola virus? Does that scare you? Or does government incompetence scare you? I mean, what's scarier there? Are you scared about the stock market right now? Nobody cares, right? Not registering, right? Nope. Well, I have a voracious appetite for the stock market, unfortunately. It's kind of what I do. I study nonlinear systems. The stock market is one of them. Climate evolution is another one. I've studied these things almost my whole life. Right now, is the stock market scared enough to make a low? That is the question of the day. Ms. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and guests, special guests from Wells Fargo, welcome. I believe the market should be paid attention to right now. And this is the third speech that I have given in this series since April. Remember in April when I gave that talk, I recommended the idea of a sell in May and come back in November to buy, right? Right? And this year, a few of my friends do this every year as routine. And they more or less, they kind of pick the date. It's not necessarily May 1st, but they will pick a date. They think this is a good time to leave. I'll come back in November. Because statistically behind that, you make a lot more money doing that. For those of people that listen to me, and very few people do, some of my friends actually came up to me at the art museum the other day, at the happy hour. They said, I saved 15% cash. And this was in September. And I underperformed for this year because of you. And I'm going, 15% cash? You're going to be glad and lucky to have that in November. Get your shopping list together for things you want to buy. The big picture I see in the stock market, I think the market needs a very big scare just to rebalance sentiment. I think the economy's doing okay. I think this Ebola thing might be a trigger. Who knows? But I think the market needs a big scare. But I've noticed something in my own work. Since I'm a market historian, I have studied crash patterns in the past. From the 87 pattern, which I traded, in 1929. I've studied these. And lo and behold, something amazing just happened a couple days ago. After the market closed on Tuesday, in my work, I got a crash pattern activated. And I had a friend call me who was a sell in May, go away. And he called me right after the market closed on Tuesday. And he said, Jack, is it time to go right back in right now? This was Tuesday. I want to buy oil stocks. I got this list. I go, Jim. He's a bank executive from Oklahoma where he used to live. And he said, man, this market was the key day Tuesday. The market tried to rally. It tried to rally. But the pattern is corrective. Based on the fractal pattern here, the market should have rallied hard in my work. It didn't. It failed to. The next morning, what happened? The Dow was down 500 points. It fought its way back. And that's good. And even today, it's still trying to hang up there. My work says if it can hang up until tomorrow, it may bounce big into the new moon next week. The typical crash pattern is an A, B, C affair. It's what happened in 29. It's what happened in 87. And this happens on smaller scales. Okay, I'm not trying to scare anybody. The crash of 29, 40%. Crash of 87 was 40%. I'm not looking for anything like that. I'm looking for a market to get scared, maybe 20%, something like that. But now you've got dates to watch here. So if we do bottom by tomorrow, and we do rally up into the new moon, that could be a great opportunity for speculators to maybe sell short, maybe. Not for you guys. But my friend asked me, is it a good time now to put money to work in the stock market? And I said, yes. In some sectors that are totally bombed out, you can maybe put some money in right now and scale it in into November for those who have money and you want to buy something on sale. People don't like to buy stuff on the stock market on sale. They'd rather it go up by 200–300% than, most people, they'll spend their months to buy a car at a discount. But for stocks, they love it when it's going parabolic, right? Then they'll buy it there, right? That's human nature at work. One of the things I've known historically, this is Stephen Pitts' work. all these crash patterns had an important lunar eclipse during that. Did we have this beautiful lunar eclipse last week? It was fabulous, wasn't it? Those things are associated with these crash patterns. I mean, the really bad ones. So you gotta be respectful here of the market here. Fibonacci time series is very important in the stock market, which is the Fibonacci series 8, 13, 21, 34, 55. 34, 55 are especially important. From 919, this is where we made the Alibaba high. That's the biggest IPO ever. If you go 34 days, we go right into that new moon next week. That's very interesting. So if the market can rebound here and get a few days of rally, that's going to be a very important day. But one most important is the 55-day. And that comes at 11:14, which is a really important turning point center in my work. So we can monitor this to see if this happens. Now, if we do hold the low this week, tomorrow, and Janet Yellen's talking, the Fed governor, and we do get a bounce up here, everybody's going to be happy. Oh, wow, this is great. The market's going to a new high, blah, blah, blah. But that could set the market up for another scary decline. It could be Ebola, could be, the Ukraine, could be ISIS, could be a lot of things. It's something to watch. But when this market goes down to mid-November, I think this is a good time to buy. If we're down 15%, if we're down 20%, the market's on sale. Everybody says they want to buy a dip. When the dip comes, you're too afraid, right? The market goes from greed to fear. We've had greed running a lot. This market has been going for 5 years. That's a long time for a market to go without a substantial correction. And 82 to 87 was 5 years without a whole lot of correction. In 87, we got it in a hurry, 40%. But it didn't destroy. The world didn't come to an end. The U.S. economy went on. We recovered. So however far down we go, 15, 20, I don't know. I think there's potential for the market to be scared here. And the thing is, you should be prepared. If you have cash to invest, and a lot of people say, I have cash, I've been in cash now for 3 years. I go, this might be an opportunity to put some cash to work in a scaled percentage way. Now, you can also keep up with this in real time by watching my blog, the daily JDV market timer. And you can watch these developments in real time. So, if the market gets scared, be brave. This is Warren Buffett. So if we get there and the end of the world looks at hand, that might be a good time to put some cash at work. This Toastmaster.